Good morning, children. Welcome to the online class. Today we are going to revise the lesson Human Rights. Already I have revised one words and 2 mark. Today we are going to revise the 5 mark question. 5 mark question. There are 5 mark questions are there in this lesson. That 5 mark questions we are going to revise. First one is about write a paragraph about UDHR, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. That is page number 254. It starts from 254. Universal Declaration of Human Rights heading. Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Universally, worldwide. Universal Declaration Rights. It is a milestone document of the history of human rights. It was drafted by the representatives of different legal and cultural backgrounds from all regions of the world. The Declaration of Human Rights proclaimed the United Nations General Assembly. United Nations organization is there. In that General Assembly is one of the main organ of the UNO. That Universal Declaration of Human Rights proclaimed by the General Assembly of UNO. That General Assembly located in Paris. It is Universal Declaration of Human Rights declared 10th December 1948. That Universal Declaration of Human Rights declared 10th December 1948 by the General Assembly of UNO. The common standard of achievement of all people and all nations, the first time it sets all fundamental human rights to be universally protected. The fundamental rights of the humans universally protected. For that proclamation was proclaimed by the General Assembly. General Assembly. It guarantees freedom of expression as well as civil, political, social, economic and cultural rights. All these rights are mentioned in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Beginning that time no right was given, no right, that is expression, word of expression. No one can express their feelings. It's not, some people, lower caste people were not allowed to open the mouth to talk anything. That is, the freedom of speech was denied those times. So they given the right to express their views. That is freedom of expression. As well as civil, political, social, economic and cultural rights. These rights apply to all people irrespective of their race, gender. All the people got the right to express their feelings, irrespective of any caste, religion or nationality. All people are born free and equal. That was the aim given by the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. That is declared on 10th December 1948. The world level, the people are getting the rights. That is world human rights. First time. This world human rights consists of 30 articles. All the 30 articles says about and all the 30 articles gives guarantees for the people in the world. This is all about the first question, detailed question, that is Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Then the second question, what are the fundamental duties? How would you follow these in your school premises? Fundamental duties. We are enjoying the fundamental rights, at the same time now given the fundamental duties. That is page number 257, about 11 points given about the fundamental duties. Fundamental rights and fundamental duties are the same, two sides of same coin. These fundamental duties are incorporated in the Constitution, the 42nd Amendment of the Indian Constitution, the year 1976. The year 1976, the 42nd Amendment of the Constitution provided the fundamental duties, about 11 points given in the fundamental duties. First one is respect for the Constitution and the ideals or constitutions. Respect the Constitution, it is mentioned. National flag and national anthem, we have to respect, it is a duty of every citizen of India. Second point, to follow the cherish the noble ideals. Protect the noble ideals which inspired the national struggle for freedom. People who struggle for the freedom, their noble ideals are inspired our national struggle. People, so many leaders fought for our freedom. They dedicated their life, dedicated for the life for the sake of our country. Third point, uphold the protect the sovereignty and unity, integrity of India. Our country is a sovereign country. Sovereignty, that is from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, India is one. Many languages, religion, culture or different culture are there. Among all these differences, we develop the unity of our country. The next one is defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so. Protect the country, defend the country. The responsibility of every citizen of India is defend the country. Whenever our country in danger, it is a responsibility of every citizen to protect the country. That is a duty of a citizen. Fifth point, promote harmony and spirit of common brotherhood among all the people of India. We have to develop the brotherhood, should not develop the enmity. Regional wise, we should not develop the enmity. So much of differences are there, language difference, religious difference, cultural differences. But among all these differences, we have to develop the unity. That is a duty of a citizen. Preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. We have to preserve the value of composite culture, different culture. Protect and improve the natural environment. We have to try to protect our natural environment. Should not pollute the environment. When we use our resource, we have to use the resource carefully. It should not pollute the environment. We have to try to get maximum utility out of limited resource. Develop the scientific temper, humanism, spirit of inquiry and reform. Scientific temper. We have to encourage the inventions, new inventions, scientific inventions. So many, we have to encourage the scientists to invent so many inventions. Humanism and spirit of inquiry. We have to raise the question why, what, where. The spirit of inquiry. Rationalism. We have to see the rationalism. Safeguard public property to escape from violence. Duty of every citizen is to safeguard the public property. Public properties are our property. So we have to try to protect always the public property. Strive towards excellence through spheres of individual and collective activity so that The nation constantly raises the higher levels of endeavor and achievements. Try hard towards excellence of all spheres of individual and collective activity. We have to try to protect all the individual. It is a responsibility, it is a duty of every citizen of India to help the individual, to help others. It is a duty of every citizen to provide opportunities for education by the parent and guardian to the child or ward up to the age of 14 years. Every parent or guardian is having the responsibility to provide the basic education up to the age of 14. Up to the age of 14, the responsibility of the parent and the guardian is providing education, free and compulsory education the government gives to the children up to the age of 14. That is the responsibility of every parent and guardian must provide the education. It is a duty of every parent and the guardian providing education up to the age of 14. Next question, next one is, how does the National Human Rights Commission protect our rights? There is a National Human Rights Commission at New Delhi. That is page number 258, first para. National Human Rights Commission, an autonomous body constituted of 12th October 1993 under the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993. This National Human Rights Commission consists of chairman and a few other members, 3 from judiciary, 4 from other departments. National Human Rights Commission is responsible for the protection and promotion of human rights in India, defined by the Act. Human rights, 6 human rights mentioned in the Constitution that must be protected. That is, the National Human Rights Commission is set up to protect the human rights. The National Human Rights Commission was set up in the year 1993. Liberty, equality and dignity of individual guaranteed by the Constitution to embodied in the International Covenants Office located in New Delhi. Some of the functions of the National Human Rights Commission, about 5 functions given. Inquiry in the violation of human rights. Wherever the human right is violated, it is inquired by the National Human Rights Commission. Second point, intervene the court proceedings relating to the human rights. Even the National Human Rights Commission interfere in the court proceedings also, how the court giving the verdict related to the human rights. That also intervened, look into. To undertake and promote research in the field of human rights. Undertake and promote research in the field of human rights. The National Human Rights Commission doing the research in the human rights, related to the human rights. Engage in human rights education among various sections of society. Engage in human rights education among various sections of society. Encourage the effects of NGOs and institutions working in the field of human rights. Wherever the human right is violated, even the non-governmental organizations also safeguard the human rights. So the National Human Rights Commission encourages the NGOs and institutions the working in the field of human rights. These are all some of the functions of this National Human Rights Commission. These are the ways the National Human Rights Commission protects our human rights. The fourth detail, what are the benefits for workers provided by labor law? That is page number 262. Under the heading labor rights, first para, and one more, the box it is given already, which we marked for the 2 marks, that also there. Okay, labor rights, first para. The Constitution ensures right to equality, equality of opportunity, public employment. The Constitution says equally the citizens of India must get the job opportunities. Right to form associations and unions. For that also the right is given. Form associations and unions, trade unions all are there. That is a right given to the to form union. Right to livelihood prohibits trafficking, forced labor, child labor. Article 39 ensures equal wages, male and female workers for equal work. These are all some of the labor laws. Male and female, people who are working nowadays, male and female are working. For male and female, they have to provide the equal wages. Previously, it was denied male more wages and female less wages, like that. There was partiality in providing, giving the wages. So here this labor laws, labor rights, giving the opportunity to provide the equal wages. Then contribution of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, in the box it is given, that that also included the detailed question. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar contribution to laborers. He contributed a lot for the laborers. Reduction in factory working hours. Previously, the laborers working 10-12 hours, but they were paying very less. Ambedkar said only the workers must do the work 8 hours work. If they are working more than 8 hours, they have to pay extra. Compulsory recognition of trade unions. The trade unions must get the recognition from the government. Employment exchange in India. To get the employment opportunities, the employment exchange must be set up. Through the employment exchange only, the people must be recruited for the government service. Employees state insurance for the benefit of employees. They announced that employees state insurance ESI. Minimum wages for laborers. Announced minimum wages for people who are working 8 hours. This much of amount must be paid. That is minimum wages for laborers. Coal and mica mines provident fund. Many people were working in the coal mines and mica mines. For them, the special especially they are given the provident fund. These are all the contributions of Dr. Ambedkar for the laborers. Then the next question, the fifth question: how do you enjoy the fundamental rights in your life? That is given the answer separately. From the guide I have given the answer. That is first point. Fundamental rights make the life of people meaningful. All the 6 fundamental rights mentioned in the Constitution make the life meaningful. The main first right, human rights, that is fundamental rights, is the right to equality. Right to equality. The right to equality is guaranteed by our Constitution. Right to equality means everyone must be treated equal. As a result of this, no discrimination is shown anywhere on the basis of caste, race, religion, or place of birth. So that is eradicated from the Indian society. Discrimination, racial discrimination, religious fanaticism, all eradicated from the Indian society. Next is the right to freedom, the next fundamental rights. Fundamental right is right to freedom. As a right to freedom, students enjoy the freedom of speech and expression. They can freely talk, express their feelings and all. Beginning it was denied. It is guaranteed in the constitution. We can move freely throughout India because of this freedom of right to freedom. Right against exploitation, protect children from exploitations. Nowadays, the percentage of employing the children in working places are less because of this writing against the exploitation. Even people, those who are doing the hard work, they are giving the reasonable wages, not exploited nowadays because of this right against the exploitation. Mostly those days the children were exploited, now it is totally banned. I have the right to follow the religion without any fear. Any religion we can follow because our country is a secular country. So we can follow any religion, Cultural and educational right give us the right to preserve our culture. Many culture we follow. We can the right to culture gives the guarantee to follow our own culture. Then right to constitutional remedies. If any one of these fundamental rights are denied, we can get the constitutional remedies by approaching the court. Okay, all these questions, detailed question I have revised. You can study well for you can prepare for the exam. Thank you.